Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Zach Wheeler gets the start for Cincinnati in this one. Dan, please, Zach, what's the word on him?
Hey, this is a very unique pitcher. He is really tough to hit when runners get into scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't give up many runs. We'll see if he can continue to do that in this one.
Standing in, Jose Reyes, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The afternoon for Pittsburgh, the shortstop, number 13.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well located changeup on that one as it catches the black for a called strike. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team off the field. Otherwise, probably a team with the last at bat's going to win this one.
Number 23 is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rodriguez is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Batting third, the right
Giancarlo Stanton now. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Roll, you hit the nail right on the head.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. And now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. Irvin Santana gets the start for Pittsburgh in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, man. One of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
So striding in, Harman Rodriguez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder, Harman Rodriguez.
Pitch on the way.
That's a ball.
And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, D-Roll, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
Good sharp slider there, and he couldn't catch up to it. 2-1 now.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Yeah, Matty, without question right here. This lineup's been struggling. Some bad approaches at the plate from top to bottom. They need the first two guys in the order to ignite this offense if they're going to have a chance of breaking out of this malaise.
Donovan Sorbello comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That average pushing up near 350 now. 1 home run and 16 RBIs. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Hard hit ball to short, and a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
So up steps the former MVP Joey Votto. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Comes set, now the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Grounded to the right. And Votto reaches. He's got a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Stepping into the box, Jorge Soler. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Sorbello over at second. Votto at first, 1 gone. Tough to get fooled any worse than that. He's in a hole now, 1-2.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
Ready on 1-2. And Santana with a rare display of wildness there as it's back to the screen. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Man, that is such a wasted opportunity. 2 on, 1 out. Perfect situation to induce a grounder and get out of the inning, but instead he's wild, and both runners advance, taking the double play situation away.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2. Jesse Whitaker is on deck. Pitch. And he looks at one that misses, ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with 1 away.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Coming to the plate now, Jesse Whitaker, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Santana has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact. Hit hard back up the middle. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
That is good.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, D-Row, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in two.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you can throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
Now in the box, Todd Frazier. And now the Reds look to push more across the plate in the opening frame. He's set and the pitch.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
That's by him for strike one.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
The 1-1. A ground ball to third, and they could get two. To second for one. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, it doesn't appear that we're going to get much of a break from this rain at all as the game progresses. However, I am also hearing that this rain isn't supposed to intensify too much. The grounds crew will be on standby just in case the umpires do call a delay, but the goal is to get this one in uninterrupted.
Yeah, Heidi, and thanks. Even with all the technology that we have today to be able to forecast the weather accurately, one never knows what Mother Nature has in store. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0. There's a called strike on the changeup. A bouncer to the left side, and that's through for a hit. With that, the Buccos have their leadoff man aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Stepping in now, Logan Morrison, as he rips it on the ground to second. One there. Back to first, and Morrison is grounded into a double play.
That is good. The first baseman, number 19, Chris
Davis at the plate now. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. First pitch on its way. Fastball just inside.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
That evens it up 1-1.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Count.
Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They trail things here 2-0. Striding into the box, Alex Blending, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball one. Hit to third. Gloved by Santana. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
Batting it, the catcher.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And let's focus on Giancarlo Stanton right now. Looks like he's chiseled out of stone out there. The outfielder, I know he has light tower power, but he's also helpful on the defensive side and possesses a strong arm in the outfield.
Into the box now, Tony Cruz.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. One and one to count. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And Moustakas has this one for out number 2. Stepping in, Zach Wheeler. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Santana's ready. Here's the delivery.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
Reds are down in order. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Grounded back up the middle, reined in. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these 2 teams sit in relation to one another. So stepping in, Mike Moustakas, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch.
Count 1-0.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. Back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
So now to the plate, Irvin Santana. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
Now a bunt attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. Up next for the Buccos, Jose Reyes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike one.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
Swing and a little blooper to center. In comes the center fielder. He can't get there as it falls in. As he arrives at second without a play, as they also push across a score to make it a one-run game.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Into the box, number 23, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 1-0. The bouncer to the left side. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. But the Pirates get a run here on the RBI double. We played 2.5. It's the Reds 2 and the Pirates 1. Bottom of the third now, and standing in the outfielder, Harman Rodriguez.
The left fielder, Harman.
First pitch on its way.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Made him look silly with that one.
On a swing and a miss, and that wasn't exactly the most convincing at-bat of the afternoon as he's gone on 3 pitches, 1 away.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
To the plate now, Donovan Sorbello. Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. A base hit in his first trip. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 now. There's Joey Votto as he gets ready in the on-deck circle. 3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. He's got himself a 1-out single.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, Devo. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Set, here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike one. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Under it is Morrison now, and there are 2 away. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. He drew a walk his first time up. From the belt, kicks and deals. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Santana comes set. Here's the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Whitaker.
At the plate, Jesse Whitaker grounded up the first baseline. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. New inning set to get underway and set to stand in the ultra-dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. Here comes the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. In there, a base hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
So now Carlos Santana, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Fouled away. Ready with the 1-1. Seared down the first baseline. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Digging in to try it again, Logan Morrison, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Swing and a miss, and Morrison is retired for route number 1.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Here's Chris Davis now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Soler is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning is over. Pirates strand a couple. They still trail it here, 2-1. Bottom of the inning now, and set to go is the third baseman, Todd Frazier.
The third baseman, Todd Frazier.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope. Outside.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone. A home run. It's a solo home run for Todd Frazier. Number 13 for him on the year. And it gives the Reds a 3-1 lead.
Listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Stepping in now, Alex Blanding. Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left, strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now here's the pitch. Into right field. That's a base hit.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
At the plate now, Tony Cruz, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He popped out in his first trip. And there's ball one.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
The 1-1 home. On a line, that's a base hit.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
In now, Zach Wheeler. And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. In now for the Reds, Harman Rodriguez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
0-1 the count. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Morrison is there. Let's see if they test it. And he's not even going to consider it here as he holds tight at third with 2 away now. Digging in and looking for more, Donovan Sorbello. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
Strike taken up in the zone.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And an easy play there from Moustakas, and that ends the inning. And back in Cincinnati as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point, and he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up, so we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
Leading off with
Thank you, Heidi.
the second baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Mike Moustakas is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Rodriguez arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. So here now is the pitcher, Irvin Santana. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
Not even close on that swing. No balls in the strike.
You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
Into the box now, Jose Reyes. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Ready for another chance? Joey Votto as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Joey Votto.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Inside, ball one.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
The 2-2. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So now to the plate, Jorge Soler. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. It was a single for him in his last at bat. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. McCutchen is under it, makes the play, and there are two gone now. So digging in now, Jesse Whitaker. Santana gets the sign. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
From the stretch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Standing in now, Alex Blending, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Ready on 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Slow roller down the third baseline. He's got it. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Reds strand a couple, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. In now, number 23, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. The 2-1.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Yeah, and if you can make it all the way to the 6th inning before you give up a walk, you're doing something right. He's been very efficient so far, so we'll see if he can get back on track here.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Here comes the right fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Oh, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
Santana in front with a 2-0 count.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Now the 2-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, listen, as a pitcher, when you fall behind with 3 balls, you want to come in there and throw a strike, and sometimes you're going to give up a base hit.
Yeah, Danny, that's the name of the game from the offensive standpoint. Work yourself, count leverage, man. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Buy yourself that pot-committed fastball and cheat.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Into the box, Logan Morrison, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And Morrison in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. There's 1. On the first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 1 left for Pittsburgh. They still trail it here 3-1. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Tony Cruz.
The catcher, Tony Cruz.
Russell enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 7.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a flare out toward right center. Stanton coming on, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Now batting, the pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
At the plate now, Zach Wheeler. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Harman Rodriguez. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0.
The 1-0 home. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Donovan Sorbello stands in as he looks at a called strike. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, and he makes the catch in the corner. And that'll plate the runner from third, as with that the lead swells to 4-1.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Digging in, Joey Votto. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Pitch outside, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Here it comes, 1-0. Hit hard down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting,
well, that stolen base a minute ago just became that much more important.
Yeah, Matt, if the runner's on first, this hit may or may not bring him home, but he was on second, so he cruises across the plate for the run. It's all about finding ways to manufacture runs, and they did just that there.
To the plate now, Jorge Soler, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Oh, 1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
The 0-2 delivery. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. popped him up. Number 23 is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full. The Reds are on top, 5-1. Seventh inning ready to roll. And up next, the left-handed power bat of Chris Davis.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. And he fouls this one off. He'll try again. 1-2. Now a swing and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First offering on its way.
Ball, action time. Ball back off the plate. Ball 2. Ball 3.
On deck, Mike Moustakas. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And it's fouled away. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. The next 3-2. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit.
I'm sure the boys on the bench appreciate that AB right there. Grinded out an 8-pitch at bat and was able to be successful and deliver a hit for the team.
Into the box now, Mike Moustakas. And he puts it on the ground to second. And there's out number 2. Neil Walker will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away.
Neil Walker.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Pirates leave 1. They're down 5-1. Number 47 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Number 47.
Digging in once again, Jesse Whitaker.
For the Reds, the right fielder, Jesse Whitaker.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Nope. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
So he got him swinging. Jesse Whitaker is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Todd Frazier will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
A ball and a strike.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Grounded down the third baseline. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Here comes the first pitch. Alex Blending is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Again, another foul ball. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Here now the 2-2. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Standing in, Jose Reyes. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. The windup and the 0-1. Ball one. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He gathers the throw in time. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get enough on the throw to get him out at first.
So striding forward now, number 23. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. First offering on its way. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Fouled away.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Stepping in now, Giancarlo Stanton. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Two balls and no strikes. The count to Stanton.
2 balls, no strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Here's the pitch. And he thought that was ball 4, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
As we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Here's Carlos Santana now, man at first after the 2-out walk. He's set and the pitch. He pulls this one into right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 from 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jose Lopez will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Greg Garcia will also come on now, as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Batting 9, number 16, Greg Garcia.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone and it got fouled off.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Now Morrison swings and sends this one on the ground to second base. Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning is over. Cincinnati bullpen does its job. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Reds lead it 5-1. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And next to hit is the catcher, Tony Cruz.
Tony Cruz.
First pitch on its way. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now back.
Stepping in, Greg Garcia, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. The pitch. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Hit softly on the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Harman Rodriguez. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Outside.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. They're up 5-1. All set to start the 9th in this one. And up next, the left-handed power bat of Chris Davis. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. There's the look at the final line for the Reds starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Hey, anytime you can get through 7 innings, Matty V, that's really a good quality start. Into the 8th inning, wasn't able to get out of the 8th, but he's still in line for the win. Needs a little help from his guys in the bullpen now.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. But this guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
He obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
At the plate, Mike Moustakas, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Taylor Gutu will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away.
Taylor Gutu.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. Popped him up. Makes the catch, and the Reds have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4-out save. Job well done.
5-1 the final total in today's game. The Cincinnati Reds jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Zach Wheeler earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Jose Lopez gets a 4-out save, his second. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Cincinnati Reds. 5 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Pirates, 1 run on 9 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.